trying to be funny. I'm not
That'd be crazy.
Yeah, that would be crazy. I'm sure he wants to come in here.
Yeah.
I'll ask him some questions.
All right. Golly. All right, Enzo. First off, let's just go back to the beginning of this game. Their best player finds that early goal. What were you guys thinking from that point? Because you're only 3 minutes in and you're down 1-0.
I mean, we've been in the situation before last year against Dayton. It was even quicker, a minute in. So I think we just went back to there, and all the new guys, we told them how it's going to go, and we just put our head down and kept working, and we kept getting chances, and yeah.
How big, Landon, do you think it was for you guys to score just 2 minutes after that?
I think it was definitely huge for the team to be able to get back in the game really, really quickly after going down, and then also for the team morale on the bench not to get too low on ourselves and to be able to get back in the game so quickly was just really a reset button for us, and especially after going down that early, to get one back that quickly is just a great thing.
Obviously, you guys were able to get some free kicks, which every team wants. So we were talking with Charlie about this. You guys have not been scoring on these free kicks this year. And all of a sudden, it opens up. So what has given you guys that confidence to keep chopping wood, especially in practice, Enzo, and what finally worked tonight?
I mean, we just keep going at it at practice. It hasn't been working for us, and then today, set pieces that was the whole game today, 4 goals on set pieces, so it was good to finally get those going.
You talk about the response after the first goal, you bounce right back. But when Wake got its 4th goal, how different was the response process, knowing they were down 2 on the road, their season's on the line, and they got the equalizer? How did you guys regroup and end up getting to Landon's game winner?
I think it's just having that collective mentality from the team to be able to reset, go again, and whatever time we had left at that time, around maybe 4 minutes or so, just to be able to push. And we know we have a couple chances that will come to us if we push and get balls in the box and keep looking dangerous. And one of them happened to come to me, and I had a header before that as well that maybe could have been a winner as well. But really grateful to get that last one just from chances in the box and then be able to win it for the team.
How much do you think you being free at the back post had to do with them being down to 10, or what did you try to do, running in there late to put that one in?
I think it's really just being able to recognize the situation at hand, knowing that it's a long throw-in situation, and a lot of times people are flat-footed, and especially in the box when you're having to check over your shoulder and see somebody behind you, it's really hard to react to that ball quickly. So being able to get a head start and be able to have some movement going into that as I'm trying to get in front of the player and get a touch on the ball and just be able to, if anything falls to me, put it in, and really not so much being free, but being able to have that movement was, I think, important for that.
We were talking all week, too, about finishing our runs. So Landon did a great job at that this week. I think a lot of people did.
Enzo, you were here a year ago when, in this tournament against Wake, they scored 2 goals, take you to overtime, and they ended up advancing. When they got their 4th goal tonight to tie it, did you think at all about last year's game, and was there anything you could take from that experience to change how you and your teammates finished it out tonight?
I didn't have any thoughts in the moment. I mean, the moment was just getting the team back up and going, and we still have 50 seconds left, and as you can tell, you can do a lot in 50 seconds. They did a lot in 2 minutes, so you can do a lot in that time. So it was just kind of keep pushing, and keep working. So,
Landon, you don't talk like a freshman, and that's a compliment. I'm thinking back to the first game of the year. Coach said we put him in a really tough situation. You had that. I'm sure you remember the breakaway.
Mm-hmm.
The transition goal where you're the only guy back there, and it looks like it's on you. Really, it's not at all. When you think about the twists and turns of a freshman season and to get to score this goal, what does it make you think, all this time that you put in and the ups and downs of a freshman year?
I'm just really grateful for the opportunities that have been granted to me as a freshman, especially coming in as a first-year student and first year of college experience. It's really great to have all the opportunities and have a coaching staff that believes in me so much and gave me those opportunities, especially from that first game. And just a continuation of that throughout the season. And the coaches trusted me and the teams trusted me, and being able to take on that and just capitalize on it in a very important moment for the team was just I'm really grateful for that and excited for whatever is to come next in our ACC run and NCAA opportunities.
Enzo, in this era of the transfer portal, it seems like it's all about getting the seniors in here and, getting all this depth and old depth. What have you seen as a senior on this team that has helped Landon be such a big part of what you guys have built this season?
I mean, Landon's a great player, and we knew that coming in. And, having all these older guys is great. And when you can have a young guy come in and bring even more energy and that fire, it's perfect. It's what we need. So, yeah.
After a lot of games this year, your coach has come in here and talked about the players' reaction to a win or a loss and his conversation with you guys after a game. After a roller coaster like this, what was Kevin Hudson like with you guys out on the field after this game?
We're definitely excited to get that 5-4. Obviously, there's a few things to clean up, and just at the back 4 goals, it's probably not going to be happening again. And it's hard to win a game when you give up 4 goals, but we did tonight. And just being able to take heart that we did score 5 goals, and we're in scoring form right now, and being able to take those set pieces into a playoff scenario is really important for us. So just generally excited for the playoff win, not too overexcited, but resetting again and going again for Sunday.
We've got a million questions. Your SAD is going to have to cut us off at some point. And so we haven't got to talk to you about this, but, being a walk-on, not even knowing if you really had a place in this program when you came on and proving yourself, and, a night like tonight, what does it make you think of?
I'm just grateful that I bet on myself, and I'm super grateful for Coach Huddy and Kingy and everyone who's believed in me up to this point, because I wouldn't be in the situation I am in without them. And I'm super grateful for my parents as well, because they've really supported me through all this time and the ups and downs. And, yeah, I'm just really grateful.
You guys have been in a lot of close games against a lot of tough competition. How much does that help in a game like this to know that you've been here before, that you've been in these situations?
Oh, no, it helps a ton. I mean, not getting your head down and the game's over. 50 seconds into the Dayton game, as I said before, we'll go down. So what's 3 minutes? Nothing compared to that. So just having that in the bank and keep going, keep pushing. So it's good.
After being shut out in the last 2 games, if someone had said you were going to put up 5 goals in regulation tonight, what would your reaction have been?
I would have said, I don't even know. Hopefully we had a set piece in there for something. Gosh, it's been so long. But, no, I mean, a win's a win at the end of the day, so we're just happy.
Was there anything different about the kinds of serves that Brunei gave you and Slade for what looked like was going to be the game-winning goal?
Yeah. I mean, I think he's just been doing it all season, and we finally got on the end of it. I mean, he's been giving us good balls all year. We haven't been able to converge on any of them, and then we finally got him today. So, yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Kevin Hudson, fire away.
Coach, last time we sat here just a few days ago, you played a game that it felt like nobody really wanted to win, and I know that's not really the case, but it was just like this slow game, and it was weird, and tonight was just all over the place. Do you have any reason for that? Why did it end up being like it was tonight?
Oh, no, I don't have a great reason, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, of the 9 goals, I can't even tell you how many were set piece goals. Many, yeah. I can't even go through them all right now. But, yeah, I didn't think we were sharp enough in the first half. I thought we still played too slow to bring it back. And then I thought the free kick goal, we knew, it's been talked about all week, anything 30 yards and in, the 18's super dangerous. He tucked one last year in the quarterfinal, and then he goes the opposite way, and we get caught with our hand in the cookie jar a little bit. So yeah, I don't have a great reason why it ends 5-4, but yeah, for the fans, what an emotional roller coaster. So yeah, it's a really good Wake team. It's 2 teams that want to play or that see the game in an attacking mindset. I told the guys, in my pregame talk to them, if you want to win, you want to try to win the ACC tournament, you have to be the best defensive team in the league. We gave it 4 goals. So I don't think we've shown that yet. Maybe we'll be a little better next game. But, yeah, maybe I got to go back and learn a little bit myself. But, yeah, it was a wild one. It's a range of emotions from everybody. But what a fun one for sure.
You mentioned the emotional roller coaster for the fans watching 9 goals in 90 minutes. When Wake Forest scores its 4th goal, down a man, after you sat through watching them get 2 goals late last year at this time, what was the emotional roller coaster like for you and your staff?
Yeah, I mean, it was an absolute gut punch for sure. To be up a man, we make changes to try to kill the game off. The guy scores, a fantastic goal, the third, to make it 4-3, and then, yeah, we absolutely botch a set piece. And it's something we'll be watching in this very room tomorrow morning, as we always do. Like, we have got to be sharper, and that's on me, and that's on the rest of us. I mean, the guy who should have been released out was a guy we just recently subbed, and we did not. We'll hold our hand up as coaches, and it's my responsibility, but we did not sort it quick enough. They went short. We got caught scrambling. We released a player that had a mark, so it was, a mess. But to think you go 4-4 and then in less than 3 minutes later it goes 5-4, I'm happy I didn't have a whole lot of time to sit with it, because when it goes 4-4, like, that is an indictment on the way we see out games. So we should never have gotten to 5-4, but that is our game sometimes.
Yeah, it's tough to talk about all the twists and turns in this one, but on the subject of set pieces, did you feel like there was anything different tonight in the way your guys executed set piece wise? I guess it was 4 out of the 5 goals were off set pieces, if you think about it.
Yeah. I don't know if we scored like a true set piece goal all year. Right. It's been something we've talked about like constantly. A couple of things go into it. Charles' service was much better. He put the ball in really good spots with enough pace. And Enzo's and Slade's headers were like, those were grown man headers, So really well taken. The scramble off the long throw, those are just about like grit and tenacity. And I think Stepp had the first, and awesome moment to see Landon nab the winner when he almost nabbed the winner on a header at the back post a couple seconds earlier. So
You've mentioned during the year that you wanted to find time to get more minutes for Landon. How gratifying was it to you, as you said, he comes in late?
Yeah.
What turned out to be the game winner?
No, look, like, it's Landon and several others within our team should play more. And it's like, it causes me a lot of anxiety and a lot of, sleepless nights and stuff like that, like, he's a very good player he's in a team with some very good players as well. And I want to get him more time. Like, it's something I think about. We try to, as the season goes on, like most coaches, we get tighter with our rotations, and we don't rotate just to rotate at some point. But he was called on, and a big moment for him. And that will not be the only big moment that young man has, because he's a top player who will have an excellent career.
You guys answered the first goal really quick. Took a little longer to get that second goal, but you kind of felt like the field had tilted, that it was coming. Just how big was it when goals have been hard to come by to kind of get that rush? Yeah,
like, when it went 2-2 and then quickly went, well, I don't know how quickly it was now that I think about it. Quick enough. it went 3-2 and then it went 4-3. It went 4-2, like bang bang. Yeah, it's super gratifying. Like it's an awesome experience. That's a game that these guys will talk about, when they're 60 years old, sitting around and talking about SMU soccer. They will always go back to. Remember SMU Wake in the first round of the ACC tournament in 2025? What a game that was. So, yeah, it's nice to see the rush of goals. We got to continue to breathe and realize it's one game, and the next one comes super quick. So we'll need to be, we'll have to turn the page quick tomorrow and get ready for whoever's next.
Were you even aware that pulling hair leads to a red card? And will you ask all of your players coming back next year to start growing their hair?
That was a wild one. I've never seen it. I saw it. Everybody saw it a few years ago, like many years ago, when it happened in a women's soccer game that somebody got absolutely drugged down. It was like totally violent. Yeah, I mean, Cooper Flax is like a wonderful player. Tough way for him to end his season like that, because he had a really good game and scored 2 goals. But yeah, he knew. Like he took it. He just walked off and said like, "Oh hell, I probably shouldn't have done that." And he exited the field quickly. So yeah, I mean, it was a rush of blood to the head, a silly one from him for sure. He's frustrated, I'm sure, but yeah, I'm sorry that his season ended, with that moment.
Wake Forest has been, if not the standard, a standard in this league for so many years. Does it mean any more for a night like this to come up against such a quality team?
Yeah, I mean, like, Wake Forest is a top program. You ask any coach, youth player, administrator, everybody knows Wake Forest is a very good program. Really well coached, a ton of respect for Bobby and his staff. He does a great job recruiting. Is it more satisfying to beat Wake than to beat somebody else in the league? Not really. Like, it's a fun game because stylistically it's pretty similar, and I think that it's not just going to be like aerial challenges and duels, and like it's going to be a footballing match, which is fun. I mean, the game is different. How you play one team and how one team chooses to play, like that is their prerogative, and like there's not a right or wrong way to play. The similarity between the two programs makes for a pretty entertaining game. So yeah, we'll play them next year. We go there next year. So it'll be, I don't know when the heck it'll be, but I'm sure it'll be a wild one again. So I'm sure there'll be some motivation.
No matter who you play in the next round, it'll be a team that you played somewhat recently in the last 4, I guess, games. How much goes into that when you're looking at the film of what worked, what didn't work, knowing that they're making those kind of same adjustments?
Yeah, I mean it's good and bad, I guess, to have like a game plan, or to know like the scout. It's not done, but like it's virtually done. We know both of those teams had good games, crazy games with both of them, which I feel like almost every game in this league is. Yeah, either one is going to be a fun challenge for us. Our goal is to try to win this tournament. So whoever comes next, yeah, will be a fun challenge for the boys. But I'm sure Jaime and the rest of the staff is upstairs downloading video, or they've probably done it before the game actually, and they're starting to cut it and watch it, and it's not too far until we're presenting a scouting report on Saturday morning for a Sunday game.
We talked about the gratification you got out of Landon scoring the game winner, but another one of your goals, and obviously they were all critically important, came tonight from Enzo, who has played a number of different roles for you, and a few years ago weren't even sure really had a spot on the team. To see him score a goal like that, which at the time was the equalizing goal, in a game like this, what does that mean to you and to guys like him who sort of, bet, as he said, bet on himself?
Yeah, like the story of Enzo Panozzo and like how he found his way onto this team, like that is a story for 3 years ago. Like that kid, he deserves everything that he gets. He is an absolute winner and a warrior. And people like sometimes look at Enzo because he's so physically gifted and he's good in the air and he's really good in a duel and he's got this like really feisty competitive nature. They overlook that like this kid's a good footballer. Like this kid can play. And yeah, I would never bet against Enzo. Like if Enzo wants to do something, he wants to play. I mean, Enzo, he has all of the ability, athleticism, technique, competitiveness to play well beyond SMU. So, yeah, the kid just continues to get better, and he is invaluable to this team.
That long throw, I think people outside of soccer think, yeah, you just throw the ball as hard as you can, but how do you develop a player like that? How do you gain the trust for him to do that and
Yeah. No, I mean,
execute it?
it's a – and look, like every team in the world now, like as people become – as statistics and analytics and everything turns more to the math and the numbers and the statistics, like long throws are more prevalent than ever. It used to be like, it's ugly, it's dirty, like it's not the beautiful way to play. Like we don't do long throw-ins. I think that's kind of lost that like negative stigma or connotation to it. Everybody in the world focuses on it. It is a way to get an entry into the box. You know, many years ago, a coaching friend of mine would say like the number one statistic that's directly correlated with wins and losses is entries into the box. You have to get the ball into a dangerous area. So Mukisa and Enzo can both toss it a long way. It is something we train. It's more about, like, a lot of times it's not us getting the flick. Like, it's a hard thing to head because it's coming at, like, not a lot of pace. It's coming down on you instead of in, and, like, it's hard to generate any power, and often it just falls. So it's not only the first phase, it's, like, the second ball when it falls again, like us being and running to the right spots. So, yeah, it's something worked on. You know, normally, like, coaches just say, like, hey, guys, who can toss it long? Let's see it. We went, like, 6 months without knowing Mookie could do it, and one day he just said, like, hey, look, coach, I can throw a far. I'm like, holy cow, Mook. Like, so, yeah, it's a great threat. We've had guys here for years who have done it that, like, it's lost that negative stigma to it for sure, and it's just a way for us to create a chance.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, guys.